And as I always ask you, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if that's what you like to do. And yeah, I'm just going to start your reading right now. I'm going to get this out as quickly as I can for you. The first card you have your past is the King of Wands. Okay, so there's a little bit of disappointment around this card. I think you've got this big thing you want to achieve. You're trying to get somewhere. You're aiming towards something quite big. And you were at this time as well. I think you've been doing this for a long time. You've been thinking about getting this or wanting this or getting toward this goal for a long, long time. And I think this disappointment was around a little stepping stone. It was kind of a little stepping stone, but I think it was going to be a big leap up for you. And this was going to give you a bit of a head start on where you wanted to go. And I think that didn't happen. You lost out on that or something. I don't know how that happened. But you were very, very disappointed when this happened, because I think you knew you would have had this head start and you missed out. But you know, you're a determined person, and there's no way you're going to let any of this stop you. So you kept on going. And yeah, I actually think you're really going to be able to reach this goal. You've been trying to manifest this for a long time, and you're going to get there through your manifestation and through your hard work as well. A lot of it's going to happen through hard work, actually. And yeah, you're going to have to spend more time on this, because I think this stepping stone that you missed out on, obviously, it would have given you a great big boost. You would have been a lot further ahead now, I think, if this had have happened for you. But it's okay, it's absolutely fine. You know that you're getting there anyway. You're just going to get there a little bit slower than you thought you were going to. So yeah, you'll get there anyway. It's going to be fine. So yeah, the next card you have your past is the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of anger around this. This is not a nice feeling I'm getting around this. And yeah, this is also to do with this thing, to do with you missing out on whatever this was. There's a loss of faith here. Someone had faith in something and they lost that faith. This is something to do with, this is like a work goal or a business goal. It's something like that kind of thing. And yeah, someone was going to go ahead with this thing, I think. And I think they were going to do something for you or help you or do something. And they changed their mind at the last minute, probably. And it was a big shock to you. It was a big surprise to you. You were quite unhappy with this. I don't think they stopped this because of you. I don't think any of this was your fault, and I don't think you were to blame, and I don't think they blamed you. I think there was some kind of outside situation, and that made this person turn back the other way. Yeah, there's a lot of anger around this, and there was no anger directed toward you or coming from you, but there's some kind of bad feeling around this, a bad atmosphere, and they had a loss of faith in someone, and I think it just made them maybe emotionally kind of really up and down, and maybe they just said, no, I can't do this, I can't face this right now, I'm not really emotionally there. And so, you know, they went back on what they were going to do. So, you know, if this is resonating, if you're still in the middle of this, if you're still feeling this, it is going to die down soon, that whole feeling and that whole atmosphere and that anger. It won't stay like this forever. You know, the Knight of Swords can be about something that comes in and then it goes out again quickly. So it's going to go out quickly. It's going to be forgotten quite soon, and you'll be fine. You know, you'll be fine. You'll keep on going ahead. You'll be moving ahead. You're a very, very determined person. The last card you have for your past is the Six of Cups. Okay, so I'm seeing a few things here. This is a really positive card usually, and you know, it can be about nostalgia, reunions, childhood, family, all of that kind of thing. I actually think someone was thinking about you at this time. I think they're also probably trying to contact you, connect with you again. And I'm saying trying because I don't think you're interested in them. I think you were once, but not now. You weren't at this time. You know, for one thing, I don't think you like the way they treated you. I think they treated you quite badly at one time. I think they might have kept you in the dark. They might have kept you guessing about things. You didn't know where you were with them. There was some kind of backwards and forwards things going on, I think. And also there's family all over this card. I think you have some kind of family routine, or you're very close to your family and you don't want to mess that up. Yeah, I'm seeing you feeling really, really protective of some people in your family. Maybe these are children, you know, there are children on this card. And I think you might have been thinking, you know, they might mess me around, but they're not going to mess these people around that I love and that I care about. I'm drawing a line there. And that's what happened. That's where you drew the line, I think. I think you walked away from this. You know, there's a man on the left-hand side of this card. He's walking away. And these two people in the center of this card, you know, they're getting together, reconciling, they're, you know, getting back together again. But there's an axe right next to them on that kind of stone pillar there. And sometimes an axe can be a positive sign. It can represent the number 10. But to me, in this reading especially, it's a cross. It means no. And this person's an axe as well. And that, you know, that represents, you know, an axe represents an axe as well. So to me, it's like no to the axe. That's what I'm seeing. No to the axe in this great big set in stone as well. You know, it's a big stone pillar, and so no to the axe is set in stone. You are never ever ever going back to this person ever again. There it is, set in stone. So that's what I'm seeing. Very, very clear. You're not changing that ever again. And yeah, they might have been coming back again to you with all kinds of flowery language, because they're all flowers all over this card. But you were saying no to the axe. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the first card you have for your presence, the 8 of Swords here. Okay, so yeah, this is why. This is why you're saying no, absolutely no to this axe. I think they might have seen you as a little bit of a vulnerable person, maybe even a target. That sounds horrible, I know, but this is what I'm seeing. Look at this woman. She's right in the middle of these swords, right at the center. They're all kind of circling around her, so she's a target. And yeah, I'm seeing children around this as well. So I don't know if you have children, and there are lots of children in the 6 of Cups as well. So yeah, you might have children, and sometimes people with children are seen as kind of vulnerable. You might work with children, it might be that, I know, but there's some kind of children, family around you, something like that. Now, and because of that, it's really horrible. Some of these people are like these horrible people. They thought, oh, I can just treat them whatever way they like. You know, they've got lots of children. They're kind of bogged down with all of that, like this woman who's bogged down here in the mud. And, you know, if I treat them whatever way I like, they'll always come back. You know, they'll always come back to me. That's fine. You know, because their options are limited. This is what they're thinking. Really horrible thinking. And I hate saying this. I hate seeing this. But yeah, I think this is how they saw you. In a sort of vulnerable position, like the woman on this card. But, you know, I think when they came back again and you said no, you said this great, big, fat no. No, never again. I think they got a big shock. I think they got a huge shock. You know, I think the first time when you were with them, I think you had your blindfold on. You didn't see what was really going on, like this poor woman. But now it was off. It was absolutely off, and you could see exactly what was going on. And, you know, obviously this is for if you're single, but I think you might be by yourself for a while, actually, after all of this. Totally out of choice, because look at how restricted this woman is as well. She can't go anywhere, and I think that might be how you are feeling, even at the prospect of any relationship right now. You're just like, no, any relationship's just going to hold me back and restrict me, and I don't want to be held back, because I'm working toward this goal. I'm trying to get to where I want to be. And all this messing around, all these kind of up and down feelings, people not treating me properly, they're really doing my head in. They really are. And I don't want any more of that. I just want to go ahead. I don't want any more of that rubbish. So I think, you know, you won't be feeling like this forever, but you'll be totally 100% goal focused for a while, and by yourself while you're doing that. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the next card you have for your present is the Sun. So you've gone from this horrible card in the Eight of Swords to this beautiful golden sun. It's absolutely beautiful. So this is what they didn't see in you, and they never will now. They've lost their chance. Never. They will never see that. So, you know, I think when you look back on this, you'll realise that they didn't actually know you. They didn't know you. Okay, I hope this is going to make sense. I'm going to try and articulate what I'm seeing here. They didn't know you. They knew a stereotype of what they thought you were. And because of that, they're missing out. They're missing out on seeing who you truly are in all dimensions, every facet of you. They're missing out on that. And, you know, you can't see someone in every dimension, every piece of them. You can't appreciate them at all unless you shine your love on them like this sun, unless you truly love them. So yeah, their loss, that's all I have to say. It's their loss. They'll never get to experience who you truly are, and you're an amazing person, and they won't get to see that. This is someone who, you know, you just can't have a full relationship with. You cannot have a full relationship with someone who sees you on a superficial level, on a childish level, like this child. Look at this. And this is also showing me that you're free now. You're free of all of that. You can go down your path. You can go to where you want to go. And, you know, I think when you're going through the aftermath of a breakup, which you might still be going through, you're probably still hurting, it can be hard to see how free you actually are. But, you know, if you haven't realised how beautiful this freedom is, you definitely will soon. You'll look back and you'll see all of this. Okay, so the last card you have your present is the Nine of Cups. All right, so, okay, I'm seeing protection in this card. This is self-protection. You're definitely going to be protecting yourself because of all of this thing that's happened. But not just in love, this is in all kinds of areas, probably in every area of your life, actually, you're kind of protecting yourself. So, okay, so what I'm seeing here is, I think you're good at standing up for yourself because you've had to be strong. You've been forced into that position by a lot of things that have happened to you in your past. So you've had to be really strong by yourself, like this man who's by himself again. And, okay, don't be angry. This is what I'm seeing. Sometimes this automatic self-defense mechanism that you have, it can come across as being a little bit aggressive. And I don't think you mean to be like that. I just think what you're trying to do is protect yourself emotionally because you haven't had a lot of emotional protection around you from other people. So you've had to protect other people yourself. And I think you're still doing that. But maybe you feel as if no one's protecting you. So maybe that's why you're being overly protective of yourself. If that makes sense to you. So, you know, if you look at this card, there's a row of cups and it's forming an arch or a shelter above this man. But it's a shelter of cups, it's a shelter of emotions. And he's underneath the shelter and he has his arms crossed as well. So he's very defensive. And he's defensive because he's emotional. There are all these emotions. There's this kind of shelter, this arch of emotions that's above him. So what I'm seeing here is, you seem to be really strong on the outside, but what not a lot of people know and they don't realize is that you can be very emotional and very upset when you're criticized. And when you're criticized, sometimes you can feel attacked. It feels like an attack to you. So then you lash out, then you get angry, and you look as if you're being aggressive. So, but they don't see what's behind that aggression is the vulnerability, the emotions, I should say, that's behind that. So if this is making any sense to you, it probably isn't. I'm probably not explaining this very well, but if it is, Just remember, you are being protected. You feel as if you're alone. You feel as if no one's protecting you, but you are protected. Now, this is probably going to sound so cringy. It's probably going to sound like the cringiest thing you've ever heard in your life, but the universe is protecting you. The universe is protecting you. You are protected. And that's why you're on this path, because you've been put on this path. That's why you're not letting anyone or anything distract you from this goal, because you've been put on this path to walk toward this goal, and you're going to get there. And that's why you're going to get there, because you're destined to get there. You're protected. You're protected. Just know that you are. Just know you don't have to be overly defensive. You don't have to be angry. All you need to do is focus on where you're going. That's all you need to do. I hope that makes sense to you. So the first card you have for your future is the 5 of Wands. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely getting there. Don't worry. You're on the right path. Absolutely, you are. You do have a lot of distractions in front of you, a lot of messiness. This is the messy card. This is all sorts of craziness going on. It looks like these people have been thrown into a washing machine and it's going around and around and you kind of don't know where to look. It's all crazy. So I'm seeing, I don't know if this is family. I think it is, but I don't think it's your immediate family. It might be people just outside of your immediate family. It might be like cousins and uncles and people like that. So, you know, as you're on this path, as you keep on going on this path and you're rising up while you're on this path, there are going to be people who won't like to see you doing this. They're not going to like to see you on this path, or they're not going to see you. They don't like to see you on this path. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think it's a little bit of a rebellious path. That's one, as far as they're concerned. And it's a path where you're getting ahead. And a lot of these people don't like that. So I think some people are going to try and say all kinds of things to you to throw you off. And I think this is going to be a big test for you, for this defensiveness, and it's also going to be a big test of your concentration. So just think about where this is coming from, because there's a lot of criticism. There are a lot of people saying nasty things to you. I think this is what's going to happen. This is what this kind of crazy messiness is all about. So if you're criticized, just think about where this is coming from. If it's not constructive criticism, whether that's from family or friends or anywhere else, if it's destructive criticism, that's a sign that whatever they're saying, it's about them, it's not about you. If it's constructive, if it's helpful, if you've asked for this person's opinion, whoever this is, then that's another thing. But this messiness, this is what I'm seeing here. This is people trying to throw you off your path. This is a great big mess. Now, if this great big mess is in front of you, if you're going down your path, you're walking along, you see this great big mess ahead of you, don't engage with the mess, don't talk to the mess, definitely don't justify yourself to the mess. What you do is just step over it, just step over the mess and walk on. That's all you need to do. That's what I'm seeing there. So the next card you have for your future is the 4 of Wands. Okay, look at this. This is what's at the end of your path. I'm so happy to see this. This is 1111. Okay, stay on this path. Don't let anyone tempt you off the path. Don't let anyone distract you from this path. Set your eyes forward. Keep on moving forward. Sooner or later, you're going to be facing these gates of 1111, and they're going to open and you're going to go through and you're going to get your goal. You're going to get your manifestation. This is what you've been wanting for a long, long, long time. If you let any of these people distract you, these people in the 5 of Wands or anywhere else, you won't be able to see these gates, because your eyes will be on these people. You'll be too busy arguing with them, saying, no, I'm right. No, what I'm doing is okay. It's really all right. No. Or getting angry with them or defending yourself. If you're focused on them, you won't be able to see these gates. So this is why you've got these tests ahead of you. Do not look at any of these distractions. Do not look at any of these people. Do not look at this ex who's trying to come back to you again. None of that. All you need to do is focus on what you need to do. Work hard and you'll get to these gates. These are your gates. these are your gates. The last card you have, your future, is the Seven of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so I wish I could say, you know, you'll just stroll down the path and you'll find the gates and you walk through, everything will be fine. No. Sorry to say, you're going to have to fight quite hard to get there. Not only these messy people and everyone else, you're going to have to work quite hard. You're just going to have to work. You know, you can do this. There are going to be times where you'll be so busy. You'll be so tired. You're going to be up all night at times. You're going to be up early in the morning. You're going to be very busy. Things are going to go wrong, and you're just going to have to keep on getting back on the path, working, fighting. You're going to be so tired sometimes. Look at this man. He's in such a rush. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to move this up so you can see. He's in such a rush and he's so tired. He's got two different kinds of shoes on. So he's got one long boot and he's got one other kind of lace-up shoe on. That's how tired he is. That's what you're going to be like. So, you know, there are going to be things that you're going to have to put aside, things you enjoy doing, and you're just not going to have time for them. But it's all going to be worth it. It's absolutely going to be worth it. And, you know, just know, this is probably going to sound cringy again, but this is the cringy reading. It's just going to have to be the cringy reading. I don't care, because there's someone who's proud of you. Not only is the universe putting you on this path, and that's why you're on there, there's also someone who's proud of you. There are two people who are proud of you. They might not say that, but they are proud of you. Two people. That's what I'm seeing. So that's all I'm going to say there. So Scorpio, I really hope this resonated, and I really hope you're watching this, and I really hope you're not letting any of these things distract you. Again, if you like this reading, please like, please subscribe, please comment if you'd like to, and thank you so much for watching.